Before I was in community development, I was involved always in the nonprofit sector, working on behalf of different kinds of constituency, advocacy for children, advocacy for prisoners. It's always been my commitment that I be in a position to make a difference and make things better. Of the different career paths I've chosen, community development is the one that has really stuck.
I'd always worked in urban communities, and I worked a lot with urban youth and families. And then when I learned about, real estate development and how that occurred in urban communities, I immediately sort of got really interested, because there's sort of an entrepreneurial aspect of doing this work. And I like the idea of mixing the human side with the financial side and with the physical real estate, and it's a real physical way of seeing change occur.
Neighborhood Housing Services of New Orleans is 35 years old. Our mission is to improve the quality of neighborhoods by increasing home ownership, by decreasing the number of vacant or blighted properties in communities, individual counseling for renters who want to become homeowners. We do some residential mortgage lending, providing construction management services to persons to help them renovate their home. The theme that runs through all the work at Neighborhood Housing Services is really empowering individuals to be able to take control of their lives and their communities.
I had come from a background of liberal arts education. Previously I'd wanted to do foreign language, and while I was studying abroad, when I was in China and Japan and other places, I really got to take some courses that cultivated an interest more in the people that I was dealing with rather than just the culture and the glamorous part of traveling. Getting to experience poverty in other countries, and even other developed countries like Japan, made me realize that places like the United States still need that development work done as well. So while I was actually in China, I had applied to do AmeriCorps because I knew that I wanted to do community development work, and so I came to Columbus, Ohio, and started doing AmeriCorps with home ownership.
The way I got involved was pretty much by accident, you could say. But as I got here, I kind of found that I can use all the tools that are here to help my community that I participate in destroying, and pretty much letting people know that there is a way out. And I want my kids to live in a better place, not live in the way I grew up, with the drugs and the violence and just all that mayhem that's out there.
When I was a student in college, and I was involved in some things that were going on campus, and a nonprofit organization that was in the city that the college was in asked some of the students to volunteer, and I did. And as I volunteered, I found out things that I didn't know was happening in South Carolina, like the lack of housing that people had, roads that weren't paved that people wanted to have paved, people being intimidated and threatened as they voted, the voting booths being held in police departments, and blatant racism that was happening during that time. And so I got more and more involved in that organization that recruited me as a volunteer. I joined the board and did their MAP training, Minority Activist Apprenticeship Program.
If I had a wish, it would be that somehow the degree of civic engagement that has happened in Southeast Louisiana since Katrina could somehow be imparted around the country, because there are many lessons that we learned from Katrina. What we saw from people who were displaced from their homes and their neighborhoods was that people came back because they cared about their community.
A great teammate for me is someone who's not looking at their watch, who knows that it's really an honor to get paid to do this kind of work.
I think someone who's curious, someone who really wants to learn about the work, someone who's willing to do whatever it takes.
To be in this type of field and to do this, you gotta have this, and unconditional love.
The hardest part about our job is probably just having the persistence and the vision.
The inspiration that I get from seeing people who are actually doing the work on a day-to-day basis, the executive directors that have dedicated 10 plus years of their lives to the work in their communities because they so strongly believe in their mission and they believe in the vision that they have to see their community and their neighborhoods be a better place.